3.6 million people. That's not a city's population. That's how many fans have already walked into a stadium for this tournament, and the final hasn't even been played yet. This isn't going to be the biggest World Cup ever. It already is. Here's the number that should stop you. The old attendance record stood for 32 years, set back in 1994, right here in the United States, at 3.587 million fans. This year's tournament broke that record before the group stage was even finished. So how does a single tournament outgrow 3 decades of football history in under a month? Start with the math. 48 teams, 104 matches, 16 host cities spread across 3 countries, the United States, Mexico, and Canada. That's not a small upgrade. That's 50% more teams and over 60% more matches than Qatar saw just 4 years ago. But here's what nobody talks about. More matches don't automatically mean more fans in the stands. Stadiums could have sat half empty, and the record would have stayed exactly where it was. That's not what happened. Stadiums across this tournament have been filling to 99.7% capacity. Practically every seat, every match, in 16 different cities. FIFA's own president called the ticket demand unprecedented not by a small margin, but by what he described as a factor of 10 or more. Now here's where it gets interesting. Over 6 million tickets sold before the knockout stage even arrived. Compare that to recent tournaments. Qatar sold 3.2 million total. Russia 3.1 million. This tournament nearly doubled those numbers, and it isn't finished yet. So who's actually showing up? Some of it is simple curiosity Americans who've never experienced a home World Cup at this scale. Some of it is something more emotional. This tournament may be the last World Cup for some of the greatest players the sport has ever produced. Fans aren't just buying tickets to watch football. They're buying tickets to witness an ending. And the money behind all of this tells its own story. FIFA's revenue for this World Cup cycle is projected at roughly $13 billion, already setting up the next cycle to be even larger. Hotels, broadcasting deals, sponsorships, millions of international visitors spending thousands of dollars each. This tournament isn't just bigger in football terms, it's reshaping the economics of the sport itself. But scale always comes with a cost. Bigger stadiums in the US meant the single match attendance record from 1950, over 170,000 fans, crammed into Brazil's Maracanã, will likely never be touched again. Some records grow, others get permanently locked in the past. So what does all of this actually mean? It means football just proved something it's never had to prove before, that the World Cup can expand without losing its pull. More teams, more matches, more countries involved, and still somehow more fans wanted in than ever before. 3.6 million fans and counting, 6 million tickets and rising, $13 billion still growing. The numbers aren't just bigger this time. They're rewriting what biggest even means for the World Cup going forward, and by the time the final whistle blows, this tournament may have set records that the next one, even with more teams and more matches, still can't beat. So tell us, what do you think the next World Cup would need to do to actually top this one?